Hello my friends, welcome to writing class. In today's video we are going to learn about how you can score band 8 in your IELTS speaking. Okay, so we are going to discuss a cue card. This is a recent cue card of September 2022. Okay, so let's see how you can phrase your answer within 1 minute, and then you can talk for 2 minutes. Okay, this is the simple strategy. Just practice, okay, and just believe in yourself. So let's get started. The question is about describe a difficult thing you did and succeeded. So the question is about difficult thing. So what difficult thing you did and you succeeded with it. Okay, so what are the associated questions? What it was, and how did you complete it, and why it was difficult, and how you felt about this. Okay, see the question here, what it was. They have clearly asked what it was and how did you complete it and why it was difficult for you and how you felt once you did it. Okay, so this is a simple question. Always understand that when you get a question like this always you have to talk in past tense, or you can use any perfect tense is fine. Okay, but never talk about things in present tense. Okay, always try to use simple past tense if you are comfortable with it. Okay, I scored a better band, 8 band in my speaking. I have framed an answer this way. In front of you, you could see that I drew a vertical as well as diagonal lines, and I have divided this into 4 quadrants. Exactly the 4 parts of the question. I have decided to put it into different parts. You got it? So you are going to get 1 minute, that's for sure. Okay, and you need to talk for 2 minutes. Always keep in mind that. And 1 minute means you have 60 seconds to frame your answers. Got it? So what you have to do that you always get a pencil and a paper in your exam. Use that wisely. When you get a paper, you always first draw this quadrant and write these 4 parts over there roughly. Got it? And so what I am going to talk about my driving test. Okay, so I was just thinking about the driving test. So what is my driving test and how you completed it? So you can write exactly when, or is there any something happened or something like that. You can add your points over here. Just 1 or 2 points is fine. And why it was difficult. So you have to find a reason, okay, to stick with your talk. You have to talk for 2 minutes. Always remember that. And how you felt. Of course, you could say that, you will be overwhelmed or happy, or you could say that, you are just proud of yourself, something like that. So find some synonyms or something, some idea. Okay, just go down over there, write down over here. And then now you are ready for your speaking. You got it? The first thing you have to do first, okay, never keep it for last. Use your 1 minute wisely. That's my advice from my side, and that is the reason I could score band 8 in speaking. Got it? So this is the sample, just one sample I am giving. Yes, of course, difficulties are just part of life, and particularly I would like to talk about driving a car. So I directly went to the topic. You could either do that, or you could speak to a specific topic sentence, something like difficulties are common in everyone's life. Of course I do have difficulties, but here I would like to talk about this and that, something like that. So here I have framed in a different way. You can either frame this way or according to your comfort zone. Okay, as I was afraid to even try or even get into the driver's seat. For this reason, I haven't received my driving license yet. This is your opening sentence, something like that, okay? Yes, of course, difficulties are just part of my life or part of life. And particularly, I would like to talk about driving a car. And as I was really afraid to even try or even get into the driver's seat. For this reason, I haven't received my driving license. Let's move further. It was in November last year. I was pushed to take up the driving test. I just felt like I was about to die, and somehow I managed to start the car. As the engine were honking, I had an urge to get out of the car, yet I completed. Okay, sorry, I have repeated this thing. Okay, see, I have mentioned when in November, okay, last year, I was pushed to take the driving test. That means, like, I was forced, okay, and I just felt like I was about to die because I'm very anxious and nervous, and I do not know. I always think that what would happen, and so that's the reason I didn't get my driving license, okay. So somehow I managed to start the car. As the engine were honking, I had an urge to get out of the car. Okay, so when I had the strongest urge, strongest feeling, something like that. Urge means you can use feeling, no problem. Feeling to get out of the car, but somehow I managed. Means I have completed my driving test. Now they have asked about the reason why, okay, why it was difficult for you. It was because of my fear. The driving was difficult, and once I had completed my requirement for the license and I have received the license, so simply I have stated that it's because of my fear I couldn't get my license, nothing else. Okay, I had the strongest fear in the world. I could say that just forget it, like how I can start a car. So that was my situation. So something like that, you can frame up answers for this, put some emotion into it, okay, that give you wonderful scores, I could say. So when I got my license, I was overwhelmed. That means I was very, very, very happy, I could say that. It's something I can't comprehend. So, and I felt pride in myself. Such an experience gave me immense pleasure and a life lesson. Okay, what I said, that it gave me a lot of happiness as well as a life lesson. Unless and until you don't understand your problems, you can't go out of it. It is my personal experience. I have got this lesson. So something like that, you could add something in the end, have to conclude it, something like that. So this was our sample answers. And one thing I would like to say, you all guys, when you speak, okay, when you sit for your IELTS exam, always keep in mind that you have to visualize what you are going to talk in your exam, okay, and then write this in this 4 quadrants, some ideas, okay, with the paper and pencil they are going to give you, okay, that's for sure. Okay, just prepare it and speak it out. And when it comes to the last quadrant, why many people lose their band, they just lose their band either into 6 or 6.5, something like that. It might be because when it comes to the last part, like how you felt about doing it, most of the people, they don't get time to complete it. Okay, so that's why again and again I am saying, like when you get a question, just practice with using this quadrant, and that is going to give you, you can allot some time, like you have almost 2 minutes. Okay, in my opinion, how I did in my exam, that same strategy I am going to give you guys. Like I have kept it for some 25 seconds or something like that. Again 25 seconds almost I have given it here. And then what I did was 30 to 35 seconds I have given here, and remaining all time I have given here. Like I was explaining like how exactly I felt like this when I received or when I had done the most difficult thing. So that is going to give you more marks. So that's my tip from my side, and you can practice. And I can assure you that one thing, that if you really practice with this, and you will never lose your score for this. Okay, and all the very best for your future, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.